What's up, my dear AliExpress? It's been quite some time since the last $1 video, plus the 33 gadgets for $3 or less has been the main source for the views in the channel for the last little while, so I thought why not make a video for the $1 electronic gadgets. Please keep your expectations proportionate to the price, though I have to say that these deals are going to be better than most of the stuff that you can find at your local electronics store. Let's begin! If you already have cables that you care about, you can prolong their lifespan by using one of these wire retainer clips. These can be used for charging cables and earphones on both the earbud portion and at the end that inserts into the phone or into a music player. These will prevent your wires from bending at the place where most of the time the cables get damaged, which is a cheap way to ensure that they are going to last longer. The solution will also work for the cables that already started bending and ripping to make them last for a little longer before the inevitable happens. Generally speaking, OEM cables cost a lot of money, which is why they are a popular item to get on AliExpress. This is a very good deal on a cable considering its quality and durability. The hard reinforced tip will prevent the cable from bending at an unusual angle, which will make it last a lot longer. The shortest option costs less than $1, and there are all three major types of plugs available, even including iPhones. Cable holders for a more convenient way of carrying cables. Earphones and charging cables tend to form a tangly mess when transported, especially when you put two or more of them together, which is a big pain to untangle, especially on a regular basis. Here you get 4 durable silicone cable nuts for less than $1, including the price of the shipping. Many new phones come with no 3.5mm aux input, supposedly to save space and make phones smaller or lighter, but it comes at a questionable price of not being able to use your regular favorite earphones with them. A selection of earphones with USB Type-C input is limited, but this issue can easily be solved with a handy adapter like this. Here is a wire holder that I've been using and recommending to you for a while. This thing can hold up to 5 wires for the easy access, so you can keep them plugged in and ready to be used at all times. It will also keep the cables away from the floor to avoid them being stepped on. The holder has a sticky pad on the back for the easy application, so you can remove the protective paper, stick it on and start using it. If you haven't bought one yet, get yourself a few, they are amazing. This thing may look like a regular pen, and it is partially true. It does all the things that you expect a normal pen to do, but it is also a stylus. The tip on the back works with conventional touchscreens, which means you can use this groundbreaking technology to write and draw in both analog and digital world. When the pen runs out of ink, the reservoir can be replaced, or you can simply throw the pen portion away and keep only the back tip. OTG or on-the-go smartphones can be used with different USB devices, for example a mouse, a keyboard, a card reader, a gaming console, and so on. To connect them though, you will need something like this small adapter. There are two options that you will see in the description. One for the USB Type-C devices, which is a faster USB 3.0 adapter, and one for the micro USB, which is a regular older USB 2.0 protocol. There also is an option for slightly more than $1 that comes with the keyring. If you look, you can also find a number of good and inexpensive phone cases. Cases such as these are usually sold by stores for an upwards of $7, which is a bit too much for something that simple. There are a lot of different phone models available and a lot of pretty and colorful designs. Here is a thing that we have never added to any of the previous videos. It is meant as a cable holder, which is their main use, but it goes a bit beyond that. There are two magnets to keep the cables together, which adds a few additional use cases. These can be used to attach things to whiteboards and other applicable surfaces, or even as a temporary bookmark. You can get creative here, your fantasy is the only limit. Here is a small portable LED light that can be used with your power bank. The strength of this light is approximately 120 lumen, which isn't a lot, but it will be enough to find your way around during camping or in a dark room. LEDs require a lot less power to run than conventional bulbs, which means they're not going to consume that much power to run. It is lightweight at only 7 grams or half an ounce, which I know for no reason in particular, and it has a dedicated on and off switch. This is a classic USB light, which I have a few of flying around. This one is more suitable for reading as it is not as bright, and there are several LEDs in the bulb. The light is bendable so that you can put it in a more appropriate and useful angle. The light has a soft and smooth coating and it feels more expensive than its price. I'm not sure what these are or what specifically they are used for, but on the off chance that you are into the DIY electronics, AliExpress can be a good source for different electronic components, the price for which are said to be lower than getting them locally, except for the off chance that you live at the factory that makes them. If you want to keep your earphones even safer, here is a carrying case. It has a zipper on the side and two protective walls on the outside. You can find either round or square options. Round ones are my preference because they fit smaller and they lack corners, which makes them more comfortable to carry around. One of the sides has a mesh pouch, which means you can carry two different wires in the same case without worrying about them tangling. Not exactly a gadget either, but here is a sweet deal on cable ties, which can be used for electronics as well as many other household or automotive purposes. Longer ones are even used by the police and adventurous couples when there are no handcuffs available. There are different lengths available here. A 100-piece set of the shorter ones, which are 6 cm or 2 inches long, can be bought for 55 cents. A simple USB card reader. These ones have almost 5,000 orders in this listing alone, and we have featured them in our very first $1 Things video. This card reader supports 4 different types of cards, including SD and microSD. There are a few different color options available. There is virtually no difference between them, but for some reason the black and red ones are more than 2 times the price of the other ones. If you have 2 pairs of ears but only one music player, or 4 people who are willing to use one earphone each, here is an Earphone Splitter. It comes with an insert that goes into the output, and it comes with a keyring for more portability. Here we have a wireless light. It comes with a sticky tape pre-applied to the back. You peel it off and attach the light to any surface wherever you might need it, inside a cabinet, in the washroom for night use, or above the bed for reading at night, for example. It turns on by a simple touch and works off 3 AAA batteries. Here are 2 playlists, one with more products that you can get from AliExpress for $1 or less, and another one with the cheap electronics. The winners of the last month's giveaway are pinned in the comment below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more cheap goodies lists and reviews. Cheers!